God of War 4 released back on the 20th of April. It's currently sitting at a 94 on Metacritic and has been receiving 10 out of 10s across the board. So, should you buy God of War or keep your cash for, I don't know, food? Clothes? Well, unfortunately for you, you'll be eating cup noodles naked this month because this game is amazing. The basic premise of the story is a now much older and bearded Kratos travelled to Scandinavia after the events of God of War 3. Somehow. And now lives as a mortal with his wife and son. But unfortunately she's dead and her final request was to have her ashes scattered on the highest point in all the realms. The gameplay consists of running, climbing and rowing from area to area and fighting monsters and solving lots of puzzles in between, with many cutscenes spread throughout. The one continuous camera shot really helps to blend the gameplay and cinematics together, although because these cutscenes are unskippable, this could make future playthroughs kind of annoying or boring, because there seems to be about 3 hours or more of cutscenes in the game. The combat is a lot of fun and very satisfying in a brutal way, and the RPG-like upgrade system really expands it throughout your playthrough. And at around the halfway point, just as you're really getting to grips with the combat, the game throws you a bit of a curveball that adds whole new elements to not just the combat, but the puzzles and the story. You also have your son Atreus who can help you during combat and can also be upgraded. And surprisingly for a child sidekick, he's not that annoying. Most of the time. The graphics are obviously a big highlight and truly are stunning. The team over at Sony Santa Monica Studios have done an amazing job at bringing the Norse world to life. And just like in previous God of War games, the sheer scale of certain characters and enemies is outstanding. Everything from the skies to landscapes and each character models are just superb and add a lot of great polish to the overall package. Now the story itself is nothing special, but this whole game really is about the character's journey, both in this game and from the past. And they're definitely setting up big things for the future of the series, but the interactions between the characters is where it's at for me. Those stories told in the boat and heartfelt discussions and arguments between Kratos and his son, who are played by Christopher Judge and Sonny Suljic, who gave amazing performances by the way, really helped to bring these characters to life and make their story believable. Another aspect to the story and world is the fact that it is now set in Norse mythology, and I will say it becomes a whole lot more interesting if you go in with a good understanding of Norse mythology. I would recommend reading Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology. I think it came out last year. But I was slightly disappointed at the lack of cool and interesting gods and giants. Now don't get me wrong, the ones that are in the game are great, but I wanted to fight or at least speak to Thor and Odin or see Fenrir. But I know they're saving those for the next few games. Too bad we'll just have to wait 4 years at a time for those. And on the topic of negatives in the game, the only other small few I had were the subtitles being tiny, the menus being slightly overcrowded, and the save system is just terrible. But all those things could most likely be fixed in patches. But the one main gameplay issue I had was those climbing sections. I mean, there's no stakes. I know you can't fall. It just feels like, dare I say, filler. Other quick mentions is the soundtrack by Bear McCreary. It's very good and fits the theme perfectly. I probably won't be listening to it outside of when I'm playing the game, but I do like the variations of the main theme to fit the different emotional tones of varying scenes. The game is also packed to the brim with post-story content. Once you complete the story, the semi-linear world opens up, and you can travel from realm to realm to complete various side quests, like killing the 9 Valkyries or completing the Muspelheim challenges. And all of this has made getting that Platinum Trophy a whole lot more fun, and I'll most likely be constantly revisiting this game for years to come because it's just that good. And I do want to beat it on Give Me God of War difficulty because I've heard that's pretty fun.
And I'm dead! You gotta be fucking joking! Oh my god. That was stupid as fuck.
So they are my thoughts on God of War 4. Let me know what you thought of the game. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate Atreus? Do you hate yourself? Who knows? Either way, have a good day, and goodbye.